This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
2 weeks till Vegas, KFAN.com/Vegas. We will be there October 23rd through the 26th. Got Tom's Watch Bar watch parties on Thursday and Saturday. And then, of course, the morning show on Friday morning. Hope you join us there, KFAN.com/Vegas.
Now, all I have is an iWatch. Is that okay? Are they going? I mean, it's a watch bar. Well, thank you for that. Thank you.
Apple Watches are good.
Thank you.
So I'm a little surprised you're not a watch guy.
I mean, I have a really nice watch. I just don't wear it a lot.
Let the boy.
Do you wear it to special events?
Yeah.
Such as?
I'll wear it when I dress up nicely.
You got to flex the ice. You got to floss the ice.
Yeah.
When do you floss the ice?
Well, when I roll the Bentley, when I keep the sticker on the Bentley just to show the price.
Guys, come on. He doesn't know what floss is.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah.
He barely knows what ice is.
Jesus. Relax. Okay.
Are you talking to the Lord?
Yes.
And he's relaxed. He's chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, okay.
No, right?
Yep, I get that joke. Okay. So yesterday we had a chance to talk to Kevin O'Connell. He's the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
We're fans of him on this show. He seems very nice. Yep, he's always been very nice to us. We get to go down to TCO. We get to talk to him exclusively, not with the herd.
It's cool being like us.
Not with the herd where they ask a whole bunch of questions
Coward.
just to hear their own voice. We talk about a lot of non-football stuff because KOC gets tired of talking football. We call it a Power Trip press conference, and it starts now.
And now, it's time for a Power Trip press conference.
Good morning, Kevin. Kevin, why do you microdose?
That trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well played.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Speaking of chilling,
Wow.
Hey, Coach, I heard you and Hawk, when you guys were in London, went to a few ladies' nights. Why ladies' nights?
You're trying to find ways to score.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. Yeah.
Listen to the Hulkster.
I gotta tell you,
Maximize
man,
your options.
I appreciated that hangout time you and I had as we walked around looking for ladies or whatever. Score. While we were hanging out, Coach, I described to you the kind of lady I'm looking for. How would you describe it to my friends here?
Healthy.
That's right. That's right. That's right, buddy.
it's the best possible way to say that.
right.
He's very nice.
That's right. I mean, that's well said, and that's how I like them.
Kevin, you've watched him. You've watched him work. Sum up Sauce in the bedroom.
Shorter completions.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
That was our secret, buddy.
it's the old 22.
You guys have secrets?
Yeah, we do. Hey, Coach, what was PA doing walking up and down the aisles of the plane before you guys took off?
Getting his touches.
He really was, by the way.
Oh, of course he was.
Yeah, he really was. He's bothersome. Coach, Chris Hawking, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, you heard that our guy, Ben Lieber, went to a Roman bath. And I wonder, what would Tommy Olson do at a Roman bath?
Allow immediate penetration.
Oh, my God.
Not wrong.
Oh, my heavens.
Not wrong.
He's not wrong.
That was a legitimate shocked face I got from you, Ben. That was a literal.
He's agreeing in his car right now.
The word immediate was the...
Yeah.
That was the creepy part.
Yeah.
all right, Kevin.
Get to know a guy.
Take the bath first.
Kevin, you're going to have to forgive me. Please forgive me. But I am seriously considering about giving Chad Powers a shot.
You can't watch that.
Okay. I know. I'm not going to.
Brilliant,
You're right.
brilliant.
You're right. I'm not going to watch it.
Hey, Coach, Meat Sauce here. What's Tommy's favorite week of the NFL season?
Bye week.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
By the way, Coach, Saucy and I were arguing on where I can't remember. He can't remember. What's the name of the cop character on Police Academy who really likes guns?
Hanbury.
It's close to that.
Brilliant.
Kevin, when you or anyone at TCO is in a stall going to the bathroom, does it ever feel like someone you know, possibly the voice of the Vikings, is peeking over the stall and watching you go to the bathroom?
We call it the invisible presence.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we have that same
feel
problem
that.
here at iHeart, yes.
I feel that.
Coach, here's a tad stretch, but play along. Hey, Coach, someone on the fan is notorious
for not remembering spouses or kids' names of his coworkers. You've met Marty once. What's her husband's name?
Matt.
Yeah, you get it.
God, even he can do it.
He knows.
He knows.
He met her
For sure.
once.
That's his name. That's right. That's right. Coach, this is a weird thing out of left field, but I ran out of time this morning.
Oh, boy.
You know that sexy little bastard on Fantasy Island? How would he tell his boss what's surrounding this field right now?
Defense.
Genius. Genius.
You love tattoo.
I love the way South Park does the bit.
The J.D. Vance
Oh, it's
bit.
so good.
No.
You're playing. That sexy little bastard.
Sexy little bastard.
He's sexy.
All right, Coach, last one for me. Oh, look, there he goes. There goes Chris Hockey, dancing and prancing down the hallway. He's headed towards that empty office.
Right in stride to J.O.
Brilliant.
Gotta get the poison out.
Coach, you've spent a lot of time with Paul Allen. What did you think the first time you heard him say yada and beep?
It's a weird type of communication.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Barely
yeah.
English.
Speaking of PA, he got a bit of a sick belly on that plane ride in. He was talking about the chop, and he was sick. I know he went and talked to you in your office afterward. Everything okay?
We've got a lot to clean up.
Oh,
And scene. Paul, your hands up.
a female tattoo.
I've got one.
Woodhawk.
Yeah.
You that sexy
For
bastard.
about 15 different reasons.
That sexy little bastard.
Hanbury.
Brilliant.
Hanbury.
Tackleberry is
Tackleberry
the best.
one of the greatest characters of all
Tackleberry's
time.
the best.
Yeah.
I know.
He was really
He's
good.
dead, though, right?
Which
Didn't
one's he?
Die early in his life. He's the,
I don't know.
the guy with the glasses who liked the guns.
Oh.
Allow immediate penetration.
So
Roman
good.
Bass.
That was outstanding. Those were all good.
Yeah,
You guys
David-
are good at
guys.
that.
David Graff died in 2001.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Age
that's a while ago.
50.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. He played
Art Attack?
Eugene Tackleberry.
Eugene. Wow. Tackleberry. God, that show was ridiculous.
Man, he's been dead
Oh,
24
so good, though.
years.
So good. I know. What's that guy's name? Help me out.
David Graff.
No, I'm sorry. The main
Which guy?
character.
Mahoney.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but what's the actor's
The
name?
real actor.
Oh, Steve Gutenberg.
Steve Gutenberg. Thank you. I wonder whatever happened to that dude.
I don't know.
Last time I heard his name, he was hanging out with Woody Harrelson at Cities 97, and they didn't have shirts on, and he was all cut. I know it's a weird sentence, but it's a true story. I swear to God.
Like all cut, like muscular?
Like muscular. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that it must have been the same trip where those two guys went and played basketball at one of the frats at the U.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because either Woody or Steve or both was connected to that frat, so they went and hooped it up at the U with a bunch of college kids. That's got to be a trip.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Is that Woody Harrelson? Yep.
And the guy from 3 Men and a Baby?
Woody won't stop trying to get pot from me.
Yeah.
I'm sure he brought his own.
Oh, yeah. Woody
Just a
travels
truffle.
with
He does
pot.
call it pot, though, 100%.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Tom Pelissero, thanks to Bell Bank. When we come back, we'll ask him about all things NFL. One more segment of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Hey, Rubes, this football season, Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Just head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword contest, learn more, and enter today. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest.
Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. And we're going to talk to our friend, and it comes up through your channel. Is that right, Zach?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. We're going to talk to our friend, .com Tom Pelissero, momentarily, thanks to our friends at Bell Bank. I don't know if he's there yet or not.
He
I have no
is.
idea. Okay, good.
Sweet.
Good. You want to say hi there, Tom?
Hi, Hawk.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Hi, Tom.
Doing
I gotta
fantastic.
tell
You
when-
guys?
When you walked into the Bell Bank thing the other day with a couple buttons down, you were GQing it, brother.
Jeez, calm down.
And I got to tell him, man, you look good. Like, because I see you like this, I'm like, that guy's a train wreck. And then you walk,
Jeez. Go take a shower.
And you look great, man. So well done. You dressed up good, and they're real proud to have you a part of Bell Bank, man.
It was fun to see you out in the wild.
Yeah,
Hawk.
yeah.
You were wearing your Harry Carey glasses. I wasn't sure if you could actually see me from 2 feet away.
I can't see you either way. Glasses on, glasses off. I can't see anything anymore.
Wonderful. Seeing Tim and Todd, Brooks, Lieber was there. You were there.
Yep.
I got there as they were basically cleaning up, but that's the earliest I could get there because I had a TV show that I was hosting until 7 o'clock. But fantastic seeing everybody. Appreciate Bell Bank as always.
Yep, and we'll get to the donation part here momentarily and talk about who we're going to help charity-wise this week. But Ben, football. Let's talk Tom and football.
Hey, Tom, can I ask you a question that we were just talking about off air, and it's maybe the least important one we're going to talk about in the next 15 minutes or so. Can you walk us through the Dan Orlovsky story? Because the NFL apparently told him to stop posting video breakdowns on social media. That's something that a lot of people on social media really, really like. He's really, really good at it. People seem to love him in football. Why are they kind of throwing the hammer down specifically on Orlovsky? What's the deal?
Well, it's not specific to Dan. There are a lot of rules about what you can post and reposting, any clips. There's copyrights. You've seen other, aggregators or whatnot having to take stuff down. My understanding is that I have not dug a great deal into this because I do not do film breakdowns because no one would want to watch that. But my understanding is you can do it. ESPN's a league partner. There might have been specific clips or something that triggered some type of a response. But again, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I would not be surprised if you see some of those things back online soon.
Yeah, I find that so hard to believe. I mean, all he does is promote the league in such a positive way. I mean, he's the most fair and smartest analyst I think that's out there. So what a shame. Hopefully he comes back with that.
We got Brian Baldinger too, who does Baldy's breakdowns, and those have not been disrupted in any way. Again, there may have been a game of telephone. I don't know all the details, but I don't believe that there was a ban. Certainly not on Dan Orlovsky himself. Now, again, there are all these accounts that will just take, clips, basically steal it, or it's people, shooting it on their phone, and you get these, the glare on the screen and all those things. Like that's not anything new. The NFL's got a ton of rules in place. Just like, you can't technically post, long press conference clips. I think it's like maximum of 60 seconds. They can only be up for 24 hours. That's just standard rights stuff. It's not necessarily always, enforced. But certainly if you have anybody who's posting tons of stuff that doesn't work for a league partner and it's running over the ground of what they sell for NFL Plus and whatnot, then, the league, like any league, is going to take action on it.
All right, let's talk about the Vikes. I was asked a question the other day. It's a pretty broad, general question. It was just basically, what is the state of the Vikings as we go into this bye week? And I just kind of looked at a singular word, and I just think optimism There's optimism around this team just because of what they've had to battle through with injuries, and then the hope that we'll get a lot of these guys back after the bye. If I pose the same question to you, what do you think the state of the Vikings is right now going into the bye?
Well, they're in flux, but if you look at the volume of injuries they've had to be 3-2 and have the opportunity to get a bunch of guys back before a really tough stretch on their schedule, I have to say that's not a bad position to be in. I mean, think about some of the other teams that have been gutted by injuries early on. I mean, Miami lost, it's kind of like similar to the Vikings where they lost a chunk of their offensive line. In their case, they lost, their star wide receiver for a long period of time, and they've had some other bumps along the way. They're 1-4, and they're trying to scrape their way back into this thing. Teams like the 49ers that are 4-1, the Vikings that are 3-2, you're sitting there going, okay, like we've gotten through some of the roughest stretches. And the best news for the Vikings is most of these guys are going to get back. The 49ers are not getting Nick Bosa back. They're not going to have Brandon Ayuk until probably mid-November, somewhere in there. A lot of these Vikings injuries were shorter term types of things. And so if you're being an optimist, you're going to say, all right, Ryan Kelly's not coming back anytime soon. We know that. He's out at least 4 games or 3 more games. That one's going to take a while. But, the rookie guards should be back as soon as this week. Darisaw should be, maybe close to, if not all the way to 100% of the snaps that he can take. Brian O'Neill shouldn't be too far behind. Aaron Jones shouldn't be too far behind. The biggest question surrounding the Vikings is just how they're going to proceed at the quarterback position. And, I've seen a lot of the stuff that's been said and, rumored and speculated. This is not a soft benching, okay, with J.J. McCarthy. He has a legit high ankle sprain. You don't put a guy in a walking boot for a week as like part of some broad ruse to secretly bench him. However, J.J. McCarthy did not have any reps last year, okay? From the first preseason game on, he tears his meniscus. He's out for the whole year. Misses all those reps. This season, he has not practiced on consecutive days since before week 1. So what you don't want to do is sit there and go, yep, JJ's back. He's fully healthy now. We're just rolling him out there. They want to see how he looks through the course of this week, doing some individual stuff. They want to see, my understanding is the intention is for him to be a full participant in practice next week. You would think that they would be giving him the first team reps if they feel like he's in a position for that. But they also want to be conscientious of, hey, if it just looks like the rhythm and timing and tempo that NFL offenses function on, if that's not back for him, regardless of the ankle, which should be pretty close to 100% at this point, if he just doesn't look like he's, in the rhythm of it again, then it would make sense to hold him back, particularly when you're about to go up against one of the best teams, certainly one of the best defenses in the NFL in Philadelphia here. So, I would exercise patience on this. There's a reason it's not Kevin O'Connell being, vague about the quarterback situation because he might decide to roll with Carson Wentz the rest of the way. That's not the mentality from everything I've been told. It's just about, JJ hasn't had a lot of practice time. Let's make sure that not just is he ready to play, but that he's in a groove and ready to play well.
Hey, Tom, what do you think the long-term and short-term answer is with Jordan Addison for the Vikings?
Well, you had a situation, obviously, that arose on the international trip, and he dropped off the map for a bit and didn't show up to a walkthrough. They disciplined him by holding him out for the first quarter, but then you saw down the stretch of that game how effective Jordan Addison can be. It's not the first time, obviously, that he's run into issues. He had a 3-game suspension at the start of this year. He's had, various things pop up through the course of his young career. At some point, there's a maturity aspect to it where he's going to need to, get himself in a position where they really feel like they can trust him. If not, again, this is looking way down the road, but you're going to have decisions to make in terms of signing him to a second contract. Do you potentially trade him? Do you let him walk for a compensatory pick? But those are not conversations that they're thinking about a whole lot right now. This is all about making sure Jordan Addison has all the tools at his disposal and the resources to go out there, continue to play well, and do the things that he needs to here. You're paying Justin Jefferson at the top of the market right now, or, what was the top of the market at the time. Who knows on the next contract or how soon the next contract for Justin Jefferson might come, what that number is going to be. There are some teams that have 2 highly paid receivers. Obviously, Cincinnati does. It sounds like Dallas at least would entertain the idea of paying George Pickens, although that may well include knowing how the Cowboys operate a franchise tag in the interim here. But, if you're talking about where the wide receiver market is and how good of a player Jordan Addison is, there's no reason to think. But Calvin Ridley was suspended an entire year and went out there and got paid in free agency. There's no reason to think Jordan Addison can't be a 30, 35, by that time $40 million a year player in free agency here. The Vikings will have more information on him than anybody else, and they'll be able to make their decisions really that, start coming, in the not too distant future here as he becomes eligible for an extension.
Was that Sauce? Did you have your hand up?
No, I don't think I did.
Who's in trouble after, what are we through, week 5 now? Give me some coaches that really need to start winning quickly.
Well, I don't know that, there's anybody who's like the imminent, they're going to get fired if they don't win this week. Certainly Tennessee, they got a big win in the wildest fashion possible last week in Arizona. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck on your side. You don't normally get that much luck with a running back dropping a ball at a 1-yard line. That would have been a 28-3 game. It would have been a blowout. And ends up flipping around. Tennessee's offense gets going. Cam Ward looked phenomenal down the stretch. And then they still have the interception fumble situation. But Tennessee, clearly, I don't think it's any secret. They need to continue to show progress with the quarterback, with the coaching staff. And we'll see how that goes. You've got, as I'm looking at my board here, you've got, the Giants, obviously, through the course of the season. They're going to need to continue to take strides forward. They got a young quarterback that they like in Jackson Dart, but it's no secret that, they've got to win some games through the course of the season. Miami is obviously another one. Like I said, they've dealt with a lot of challenges. Mike McDaniel has one of the hardest jobs in the NFL, where every week he has to scheme up an offense for a quarterback who literally can't get hit. because if he does get hit, something really bad might happen. That's a challenge. And then he doesn't have his wide receiver and shorthanded offensive line and all the other challenges that I've mentioned. They haven't stopped the run. They got to get better on defense. But that's another team certainly that's got to win. And then there's some, other situations. I mean, the way that I always look at it is any coach who's in at least his third year and has not been to the playoffs, or any coach who has not been to the playoffs for multiple years, you start to talk about, whether or not they potentially could be in trouble. I think the world of Kevin Stefanski. He's a two-time NFL Coach of the Year. He's got his hands full with all the moving parts they have, especially at quarterback in Cleveland here. I think it's fair to say that you would like to see progress. You're hoping Dylan Gabriel can be the guy. At some point, you're going to get a look at Shedeur Sanders, too. They got 2 first-round picks next year. That's a team that has to take strides forward. Arizona, same thing. Jonathan Gannon ended up amidst that crumbling in a unusual situation, let's put it that way, where there was contact with a player that was deemed inappropriate and the club fined him $100,000. He's in year 3. They got a really young coaching staff. This was always going to be a multi-year build, but they're at the point where you got to learn how to win games. They've lost three consecutive games on a last-second walk-off field goal. The first team, I believe, in NFL history that's ever happened to. At some point, you got to translate those into wins. And again, I think that if they take strides forward here and they're a 9-10 win team and they're in the playoffs or right on the verge of it, I think that he gets another year. But those are kind of the coaches that are in that category. I know there's been speculation about like John Harbaugh. He just got an extension in the offseason. They're 1-4, but there's no team that's gutted, especially on defense like they are, and they're rolling with a backup quarterback right now. Now, this is a big game for them this week. There is no doubt about it, because you lose that game, Lamar is still not practicing. They lose, they're 1-5. They're going into the bye, and they're going to get healthy. But at 1-5, you're talking about basically needing to run the table, win 9, 10, 11 games through the rest of the course of the season, or you're going to miss the playoffs. I mean, just ask the Bengals last year. You can be as hot as you want in December and January, but if you lost a bunch of games in September and October, it's hard to come back from.
Tom, I want to ask you, obviously, courtesy of Bell Bank, so appreciate Bell Bank for having you on with us. Let's go back to the Vikings game in London. There was a big controversy. I just want to know what your thoughts are. I know the NFL came out already and they had a statement, but the field goal that Reichert kicked, thanks to my guy to my left, Zach Halverson, his little tweet went super viral.
Yeah,
it's how I saw it. Yeah, it's how I saw it. I understand that there may not be conclusive evidence that the ball hit the wire. And they've already said that, it's a dead issue. We're done with this topic. But, it's at least a topic of conversation. Where are we with things of that nature? Sort of why was it even in the field of play? That those wires shouldn't even be in that situation where they're on the play side of the ball. Has the NFL said anything other than just nope, nothing to see here, and we move on? Or is there going to be some rule changes or something that goes along with all of this?
Well, first of all, it's not the only time that happened last week. There was also a play in, I believe, the Rams game where a ball got tipped at the line, went up and actually hit the camera.
Though. Yeah.
But still, it's 2 times where, based upon the rules, that's supposed to be a dead ball and replay the down. So my questions would be, and I'm sure what the NFL is looking into, just setting aside your initial question, Ben, is, all right, how is instant replay handling these things? What can you see? I know that it was essentially they couldn't see that the ball actually hit the wire. We can look at Zach's tweet and go, well, there's a wire and the ball takes a hard right turn. Looks like it hit the wire. How they enforce those things. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is they play there every year, but it's still an uncommon stadium where there might be different operational things versus a stadium where, you've got extra cameras. Spider Cam is generally reserved for, the bigger crews. I don't know that every game has one of those, but you're playing it less often in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than other places here. So I would imagine they're going to look at some things in terms of, do they need to adjust exactly, where the camera is, where the wires are. It's not an NFL stadium, and so maybe things were just built and structured differently than they would be. To me, though, the biggest issue is always, all right, things happen. Things happen that you weren't anticipating, but how do you try to fix them in real time? Because if that stuff impacts games, if the Vikings end up losing that game, Zach's tweet is a way bigger deal than it is now, where it's, well, they still won the game, you have to figure out how to fix it. I think that goes across all of officiating. That goes across, the quick reviews that they do from the booth, replay assist. It goes from what, is in terms of challenges and things like that. You'd like to get those calls right in 2 occasions last week. Well, one, definitely, probably 2, based upon what I saw with my own eyes. They missed the opportunity to try to correct that. The officials on the field didn't see it, and the whatever, infrastructure there is in New York or upstairs, none of those people saw it either. That's problematic, and those are things that I would anticipate are addressed here as we move forward.
Hey, quick question, Tom. Do you think Belichick is one and done in UNC?
It certainly is possible, Sauce, but if you had asked me last summer or back in January, could Bill Belichick be one and done in UNC, I would have said yeah. It never on the surface made sense. And granted, we saw the statements last night from Belichick and from the athletic director saying, I'm fully committed, we're fully in support of him. But realistically, when you were having Bill Belichick come in and try to establish a program, even Bill taking over an NFL team would be a challenge in the current environment because of just the mentality of players at this age as they come into the NFL. Because Bill is not hey, let's take a good team and we'll just add a little bit to it. No, it's strip it down and bring it to, all right, let's get the right people. Let's establish the culture. You're probably going to go down before you go up. They were pretty competent for a basketball school. They were competent for a long time, in terms of having Mac Brown there, and they won a lot of games and they had good players come through there. Last week you're watching and Bill saying the same stuff after games, which, hey, we just got to be fundamentally better. I got to coach better. We got to play better. It's these same old Bill lies, but that's not college football now. Mm-hmm. College football is wide open transfer portals and NIL and rev share. And you have the opportunity. I mean, they brought in 70 new players, but they also let some of their best players walk out the door. One of them left after spring ball. They weren't willing to pay, the money that an Ohio State would pay for players. I've heard stories where they weren't willing to pay what certain staff members they wanted to have were willing to get. I mean, that's the nature of it. Bill is still a really good coach, and I think that it's instructive when you read, some of those stories. And I'm not, familiar with some of the people who have reported them, but to me, just reading them as somebody who understands the industry, I'd say that they appear to be pretty well-sourced stuff. Everything you see on Bill himself is, hey, the one-on-one coaching is good. He is pleasant to people around the building. It's everybody else. It's the entire structure of the thing, and it's Michael Lombardi, and it's the coaching staff that's there, and it's how they've, the identification and retention of players. All those things just appear to be beyond him. So, the real question would become, I don't see UNC paying a $20 million buyout to get rid of Bill Belichick. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I think the real question here would be, does Bill just say, I'm gonna give you back the $1 million. I'm going to try to either go to the NFL or I'm going to go into the media. Bill's an NFL coach. He can coach football. That part is not in doubt. I don't indict Bill Belichick like some other people might based on the results in North Carolina as a coach. But Bill Belichick is a college program builder surrounded by a bunch of people who also have never built a college program. It didn't make sense in December. It didn't make sense this summer when you started to read some of the things. It still doesn't make sense now. You're seeing the results on the field, and we'll find out for however long he has left if they can show some kind of signs of progress here.
All right, show a little more skin next week when you join. Drop a button or two, please.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm always a 2-button. I'm always a 2-button guy. I think that's
Zach,
the second button, the most important button.
2's enough. Zach says 2's enough.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it, buddy.
See you next week, guys.
There he goes.
Tom Pelissero.
The great Tom Pelissero. Thanks to the great Bell Bank. And you can go on KFAN.com right now and nominate a charity to pay it forward thanks to Bell Bank. And that, by the way, if you guys remember, and I know you do, is how we met Bell Bank. We happened to have an employee in studio. I saw Michael the other day who was in here when one of our listeners was talking about needing some help getting a handicap accessible van. And that is how he got his van. And that's how we started our relationship with Bell Bank. I'll never forget that. Talk about being a good way to meet a good partner. So right now you can go on KFN.com and put in the keyword Bell, and it'll bring up all the information for you to nominate a charity. And guess what? That's exactly what Greg Hawkins did. He nominated Hope Kids. That's hopekids.org/Minnesota. Hope Kids provides ongoing events, activities, and a powerful, unique support community for families who have a child with cancer or another life-threatening medical condition. Thank you, Greg Hawkins, and thank you for all the people at homekids.org/Minnesota and all you do. And thank you, Bell Bank. There you go.
Now it's time for
Headlines.
Brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric and WolfRiverElectric.com. It's not too late in 2025 to get those solar panels put on. Reach out to the great people at WolfRiverElectric.com.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
What? Oh.
Sauce, you ready to be
Yeah.
shocked
Oh, yeah.
and surprised at every single headline that I read?
What?
What?
Huh?
An inmate escaped, but was arrested on Monday after leaving
What?
from... Paul, hang on. Wait till I finish.
Brilliant.
After he left a work site and then later was found naked in southwest Georgia.
What?
So,
What?
I mean, I think he thought probably, I got to ditch this
Yeah. Get rid of
outfit.
these clothes.
But I think he didn't think, but I will get noticed if I'm nude.
Yeah.
Right? Step one, good.
Yes.
Get rid of the clothes,
Yeah. Find
change
new
in
ones.
outfits.
Yeah.
But you can't get rid of the first outfit until you find the second one.
No.
Right.
He was found naked in southwest Georgia.
Yeah, the underpants part is important.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. Step one.
Here's a terrifying stat. Approximately how many high schoolers, give me a percentage,
12.
say that they or someone they know has had a, quote, romantic relationship with artificial intelligence?
Man, I hope it's single digits. I'm going to go.
Who got surveyed again?
High schoolers.
High schoolers. Oh, man.
Whether it's they or someone they know has had a, quote,
Okay.
romantic relationship with artificial
3%,
intelligence.
please.
All right. Here's my reasoning. It's going to be in the 25 range because whether it's actually happening or not, somebody's making a rumor about Johnny who's getting it on with an AI character and in love.
Yeah.
So I would say they think it's more than it is. I'm going to say 25%.
Yeah. 28.
You cheater.
Yeah, you win. Price is right. Should have gone the other way. Around 20%.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
About 20%.
There you go.
1 in 5.
42% of those same students say they at least know someone who was used it for companionship, not necessarily romantic relationships, but they need a friend.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they use it for other things too,
Yeah.
I bet. You know what I mean? At least from what the advertisements I keep getting shown on Facebook say.
What do you watch?
Facebook.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I get ads saying, hey, you want to watch some pornos?
Isn't that your breakfast
Hey,
cereal?
let's just see Grandma's quick status. What? There's an ad for a porn. You're just looking
I'm
at
the
old
only
people you
one,
went to
for
high
real.
school with and then just porno ad.
I'm the only one, for real?
I don't go on Facebook.
Oh.
I've never been on it.
Is it?
Wait, you really go on Facebook and you get told about pornos?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, they know.
Does
they
it work?
listen.
What do
Of course it works.
It depends on what the menu is.
Yeah, what mood you're in.
Hey, Zach,
Yeah.
I need you to answer this first question simply yes or no. You can't even hedge. You can't even say, it's complicated or maybe. I need a yes
Just
or no.
yes or no,
Yes,
okay.
yes or no.
Oh, boy.
Ghosts real, yes or no? If you have to say one of the two, which way you leaning? Yes or no? You got to be right.
I mean, if I have to be right, no, but it's more nuanced than that.
But you're going no.
Probably.
Damn it. Okay, because check this out. This is sad, but stay with me. A 60-year-old woman at Disneyland suffered a heart attack and died. She was on the Haunted Mansion ride.
Amen.
Saw that. I mean, they do tell you in the beginning, the scary guy says you can take his way out of the ride if you want to leave.
And she did?
She did, so, oops.
Do you believe she will haunt the Haunted Mansion ride?
I mean, that's the spirit, right? You know?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's the spirit.
All right, buckle up. Unless you read this is unguessable.
Oh, my God.
Is it pornos?
Kind of.
Oh.
A 51-year-old
What?
guy. No. Obviously, this is a guy.
What?
51-year-old guy in Florida.
How?
Got arrested the other
Hello.
day. He got arrested. When the cops booked him the other day.
Oh.
Actually, let me back it up. They had gotten a call about a naked man in a public bathroom. He was fully clothed by the time they got there, so they let him go. But then he was trespassing on a set of train tracks right in front of them, and he threatened to kill a cop. So they're like, all right, now you're under arrest.
Yeah, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So he almost got away being naked in a public bathroom, but he went the wrong way with some other stuff because it's Florida. So check this out. They book him, and when they booked him, the sheriff claims they found the, quote, largest item they've ever seen in his, quote, exit ramp.
Oh, my.
Take a shot what this guy had up there.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, is the bathroom a hint at all?
No.
So it's not like a plunger?
Right. Oh, boy.
This is a hint. I don't think it helps, but this is a hint. I cannot believe this fits.
Corey, I can't answer because I read this morning, and I've spent the morning trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't understand this. It's not. How does this fit?
I don't know.
A basketball.
I mean, that's.
I
that's
understand why
too
you'd say
big.
that.
A video game controller.
I would argue bigger than that, right, Chris?
No.
It
I
has
would
to
argue
be
bigger than that.
Baseball
longer.
glove.
I was just going to say catcher's mitt.
No, it's.
A baseball
This is
bat.
the only hint that I can give before we just give it away. Think cylindrical.
A baseball bat.
Tennis ball canister.
No, but that's.
Pringles?
No. I just can't believe this.
All right, yeah. You got to just tell him because I got to play the audio of the cop.
A full-sized, as this story says,
Yeah.
a full-sized thermos.
So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. Well, you might have thought Walter was bringing drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail. He put it up the exit ramp. He said, well, I put that inside my body 24 hours earlier. The deputy saved his life.
I mean, whatever was in that thermos must have been like
Very warm.
very warm.
Yeah, the coffee's still warm.
Well insulated.
Oh, good
For
tomato
sure.
soup,
Yeah,
probably.
who wants soup?
Yeah. Oh man, some soup from a thermos right now.
Oh.
Yeah, right out of the tap.
Out of the
He's
exit
had it up
ramp.
there for 24 hours?
Like a Coke freestyle machine.
Son, you're leaking tomato soup.
Oh,
Just push the
gross.
button and fill it up.
Is that beer cheese?
Ugh.
Yuck.
It's not beer cheese.
Full-sized thermos.
Yeah. I don't know. I've thought about it, and I can't imagine it. I mean, I can't imagine how greasy that thing would have to be. Or how floppy that thing would. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I
It
know.
is a catcher's miss.
The human body is amazing.
But to that guy's point, if 24 hours he was like, look, this guy was in trouble.
Yeah.
What's the maximum number of hours before you can't survive that?
I'm not sure the number's hours. I think it must be. I
He
wouldn't.
went 24 hours.
That's what I mean. He's a
Maybe-
superhero.
That's a ticking time bomb up there.
He's a storage unit. He's a walking storage unit.
So he obviously didn't do that deed for 24 hours.
Or did he? Right into the thermos. Maybe it was like a filter.
Yeah, maybe
nice shot.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't damned all the way.
Here's another example of, I don't think we have heard this before, but if we have, I missed it because I'm pumped about this. George Clooney says a new Oceans movie will probably start filming next year.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. Yeah, that's sweet.
That's awesome. I like all three of those. Again,
I think they're
Yeah,
down to
same.
like 8.
I watched all three
good
of them.
point.
Like a.
That's a really good point, actually.
What happened?
I mean, out of the original 11, they're not all alive.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
who's dead?
Bernie Mac is no longer
Bernie Mac
with
is
us.
gone.
Is Rob Reiner's dead?
Rob Reiner's gone. Carl Reiner's gone.
Yeah.
The gentleman who Elliot Gould, who got the letters, I believe did he pass?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's
that's
gone.
right. He's
Yep.
gone.
What's her face's dad from Friends?
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Good pull. Yeah,
So we have
right.
what, eight or so left,
Yeah.
and Ocean's 8 was a
They
disaster.
already
It was a
took
great
Ocean's
film.
8 and
It was a
8.
great film.
Hawk loved it.
Maybe Scott Conn doesn't join, and we're down to 7.
Or maybe they put his sister into and make it Ocean's 9 because what's her face ain't busy.
I mean, it's got to be 14, right?
It's gotta be
It's got to be
14,
14.
yeah.
You got to build the team. It's got to be 14.
I know a few
They
guys
should
who aren't busy.
put Swartzen in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, put Terry in it.
Put Terry
Just
in it.
roller skating up and down the Vegas Strip, helping distract everybody.
That'd be outstanding.
He might want a thermos.
Yeah. Oh, Terry's character has probably done that.
For sure.
And not known.
Yeah, but the tip of it would be hanging out those shorts.
Oh.
For the record, we don't believe Nick has. We just think the character Terry has.
Yeah.
If Nick's listening.
Well, the problem is he's a character actor, so
Well, that's
very
true.
much a
You know
method
what?
actor.
He's like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
He's got to try it before he does it.
Here's this Yeti, Nick. Go nuts.
That's a real live Yeti.
Poor Terry.
Hey, by the way, John Candy movie comes out tomorrow on
Can't
Prime.
wait.
The Ozzy documentary is out now on Paramount. I hear it's
And they're
fantastic.
doing a Downey one, too. Did you see that?
Really?
Downey.
Wilma Downey, she was great in Touched by an Angel.
The
Jim
fabric
Downey.
softener? Oh,
Iron
no
Man?
kidding.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, man, that'll be good. Trust me, you've seen a lot of
Yeah,
this.
probably.
You don't even know it.
All right, initials tomorrow at 8:15. Nico Medved, the Gopher basketball coach, the new Gopher basketball coach, will be playing initials. He'll be about 8 o'clock or so. And then $101,000 with the initials jackpot, thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, tonight at the Metropolitan, right across the street, I'm hosting an event to benefit a sober home for military veterans with PTSD. So please check out my Twitter feed, Chris_hockey, to come check out our benefit for Bravo Zulu House tonight. We got a few tickets available. Please come join us and support those veterans. Bye, everybody.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba.